Thanks for being with us on this Thursday afternoon, everybody. We begin with breaking news at this hour out of Baton Rouge, where authorities are investigating a mass shooting at the Mall of Louisiana there in Baton Rouge. Our Jobin Paniker standing by in the newsroom this afternoon, gathering as many details as possible. What do we know about this shooting so far, Jobin?
Yeah, a lot of details are still coming in, Jason. Let's walk through what we know so far at this hour. Officials say 10 people have been injured and they've all been transported to a nearby hospital. They say the shooting happened in the food court and it was a targeted incident during a fight between two groups, not a random act of violence. Now, the shooter remains on the run right now. All shoppers have been evacuated and police say the scene is secure. Now, the Mall of Louisiana is just southeast of downtown Baton Rouge. Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry says he's aware of the shooting and is coordinating with law enforcement. We'll, of course, keep you updated on any new developments here on air and online at WFAA.com.
All right, Jobin, let us know if you hear anything else. Really appreciate that update. Time is running out for Dallas to respond to Governor Abbott's demand that the city change its police immigration policies. Tens of millions of dollars of state grants to DPD are at stake here, too. Cole Sullivan is joining us live this afternoon from his beat at Dallas City Hall. Cole, this is really going down to the wire.
Jason, the city of Dallas has had this letter for a week now, but I'm told by multiple sources that they're still finalizing their response as late as this afternoon, the deadline today to respond to Governor Abbott. And at issue here, one number that really defines how big of a deal this is, $87 million. That's the amount that's threatened in state grants to Dallas police by the governor in this letter, and that includes money for World Cup preparations. At issue are DPD's general orders. Those are the parts of Dallas police policy that all officers must follow. One says officers can't prolong the detention of a suspect to look up their immigration status or to hold them for ICE officers. The other says DPD officers are not required to tell ICE about someone's immigration status. The governor says that goes against Homeland Security policies that the city promised to follow. And the police chief tells us as late as yesterday that these policies will be tweaked, but exactly how, we don't yet know. That's what we're waiting for to hear from the city of Dallas. Austin and Houston have faced similar demands from the governor. Houston has complied. Austin's mayor says that city believes that its policies align with state law. The city of Austin is having a city council meeting today to ask their lawyers about this, just to confirm some of those details. But we're still waiting to hear what Dallas will change about its DPD immigration policy, if anything. And as soon as we do, we'll let you know. Jason.
All right, we will have to keep following that one, Cole. Thank you for the update there. Let's talk about weather now. We've got meteorologist Mariel Ruiz with us here this afternoon. And even with that cloud cover, if you looked outside today, you thought, it's probably chilly out there. It's plenty warm, though.
It is plenty warm. I don't know if you felt it, but I stepped outside, and it was kind of just like this wall of air that hits you because it's so humid out.
It's thick. Yeah, you had to kind of cut through it to be able to walk through it.
Yeah. I kind of have to, find your way through. But the cloud cover, it has stayed pretty consistent out there and most of the day as well. So that has really limited how much warming we've done. Right now, we do have mostly cloudy skies with a few breaks in the cloud just over the last hour or two. And as we go about the evening, we're going to keep some of this cloud cover in place. I'm showing you a camera of downtown Dallas. You can see a little more blue sky there overhead. Temperature near 76 degrees as we head towards 7 this evening, 75 degrees still by around 9. That's still warm. Even after the sun sets, we're still holding on to some of that heat, and it's because of the cloud cover and it's because of our southerly wind. Our southerly wind, by the way, going to be gusting close to 30 miles per hour overnight. So it stays warm, humid, and breezy into the overnight hours as our temperature drops slowly. We'll drop to about 68 degrees by the time we make it to 7 in the morning. Here's how the end of the week and the weekend plays out. We're still looking at warm days ahead. 88 on Friday, 89 Saturday, 90 degrees on Sunday. The chance for rain is very low on Friday and Sunday, about 20% coverage of rain on Saturday. I'm going to show you what this looks like on a timecast, talk about the very, very low potential of storms in a bit. But first, a check of your roadways with Stacia Wilson. How's it looking out there?
Hey, Mariel. Well, we are starting in the Carrollton area where we have a backup. This has been going on for a while, and it honestly Looks like at this point it could be some type of potential road repair. Doing a lot of road work in this area. You did have a collision here, but I'm not seeing any first responders. I am seeing this lane still blocked though, I-35E northbound. Looking at it from our Valwood camera, but it happened right there along the northbound side of the interstate at Beltline. We'll let you know when that clears up. Looks like traffic starts to slow down right there at the 635 intersection. Now another area we're watching, let me go ahead and show you what's happening along 75. This is 75 northbound at Collins. You do have an accident. It's been moved over to the shoulder, but traffic's still slow moving around this curve. And one that just happened, we're heading on over to Denton County. This is 35E southbound at Loop 288. Those lanes are open. It is also moved over to the shoulder, but traffic's still slowing down in that area a little bit. Here's a look at the slowdown starting right around Dallas Drive. You can see in that southbound side, not too bad, but a minor slowdown there in Denton County. I-35E southbound at Loop 288. Jason?
All right, Stacia, thank you. Well, let's take a live look at Pittsburgh right now as we are counting down the hours until the NFL draft. It is going to be a big night for the Cowboys. You see some people already gathering there. The Dallas Cowboys have 8 picks in this year's draft. 2 in the first round, numbers 12 and 20. That second one, by the way, is from the Micah Parsons trade to Green Bay, so we'll see tonight whether it looks like that paid off. Joining us with more on what we can expect to see from the NFL draft and from the Cowboys, Mike Leslie, Michelle Montaigne, and Andrew Seeley of the Ultimate Dallas Sports Show. Thanks all of y'all for being here with us. Is Jerry going to get this right tonight?
Yeah, that's the big question of the moment for sure, Jason. The Dallas Cowboys have picks 12 and 20 tonight in the NFL draft. And yes, that 20th pick coming over in the Micah Parsons deal. So there is reason for Cowboys fans, I think, to hope that they can turn this draft into something that becomes a foundational piece for this defense especially. It needs to be defense tonight almost exclusively, almost through the whole weekend. But the question that has run rampant over the course of this week is whether or not they are going to make a trade and move up or down at some point in this draft, either with that 12th pick or with the 20th pick, with anything else. What is your expectation tonight, Michelle, as far as whether they move up? And if so, where do you think they move up to?
Earlier today, I said, no, Jerry's not going to take the risk. The gambler's not going to take the risk. But I think after a couple hours of listening to these two, I think actually, if you look at the top, what I would call 6 best defensive players in this draft, I think even with what we've heard recently about Ruben Bain Jr., I think all of them go by 12. And so I think that in order to get a difference maker, as we heard from the Cowboys yesterday at the press conference, they don't want any red shirts. They want guys who can come in and make an impact this season, and Lord knows they need that. I think in order to get that, you have to trade up in order to get one of those day one difference makers. I think you said 9 earlier. I could see them going to 9. I could see them going to 6. I don't really see them going any higher than that because they do have so many holes to fill. But I would guess that one of those spots is where they land.
I think the big question that Cowboys fans have based off of stuff they heard in that presser was whether or not the offense is even in play at all. And I think all of us everyone in here is sitting there thinking that's a smokescreen at this point. They're just trying to get bodies on the defensive side of the ball. And personally, I understand the need to go up. In fact, I was on that fence a while back. I have since changed. I think they need to get to flesh out the roster. They need guys that can play, even if they're B+, A- guys that can just play right now. They don't have to be the A+ talent to make a significant difference.
I think there could be logic to trading up from 12 and trading down from 20.
Sure.
Spend a little bit to go to 9. I really like the Delane kid, Mansour Delane, the cornerback out of LSU. I think he's got a chance to be a really, really good player coming out of this draft. Go to 9 or wherever you got to go get him, and then trade from 20 to 24, obviously depending on the draft board. I mean, if somebody falls to you that you feel like we got to get this guy, go turn the card in.
Or flesh out day 2 a little bit.
But exactly, if you trade back from 20 to 24 or whatever, and in doing so you pick up 57 or something like that and get yourself a late second round pick to then accentuate what you've got in totality, I think that's a way for them to maximize what they have right now and add more bodies to the mix because they need bodies defensively.
Do you think there's any world in which they take Jordan Tyson if he's available when they're picking?
I don't. If there is
Mike says no. Okay,
if there's an
on the
offensive
record.
player in the draft that would be a yes, he's the yes, but I think it's a no.
I'm just happy we're almost done with speculation. It's nice to finally get an answer in just a couple hours from now. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We will break it all down. What happens tonight is tomorrow on the show, 12 to 1 on WFA Plus on the Ultimate Dallas Sports Show. See you then.
Yeah, we're not too far away from finding out. Was Jerry listening to you all just now? We'll see. A reminder, as Mike just said, check out the Ultimate Dallas Sports Show every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. It's really great content that you just don't see elsewhere. It's on WFAA Plus. We also re-air it at 9 p.m. WFAA Plus, if you don't have it already, you can get it right now. It is a totally free download straight to your smart TV. Today, the Texas Education Agency named a new board of managers and superintendent to oversee Lake Worth ISD after the state agency took over that district. Commissioner Mike Morath named Dr. Ina Myers to lead the district following a state intervention tied to years of failing ratings there. A 5-member appointed board will now replace elected trustees in the district. They'll oversee operations until the district can meet state requirements to return to local control again. Our Scoop Jefferson spoke with that new superintendent this afternoon. He's going to bring us a report on that coming up in a little less than an hour on WFAA News at 5 o'clock. Coming up next here at 4, wildfires exploding across the southeast part of the country, leaving homes destroyed, families fleeing, and dangerously dry conditions now putting much of the country on alert. Also, a group of tourists hanging on for their lives. Can you see them there on the side of that cliff? A look at a rescue effort in Australia and what led to that. Plus, a special retirement party for a very brave police canine. All still ahead.